All right. Welcome back to another episode of The Cap. And today I got a treat for you guys. I had the opportunity to go and check out the DanDaDan anime. Oh, man. So, what happened is they had a early release through G-Kids. I went to my local AMC in Glendale. Had the opportunity to go in and see, I believe, what was the first 2 episodes, if I'm not mistaken. Absolutely excellent experience. I gotta say, man, just to preface it, I think this might be anime of the year. I mean, if people enjoy the animation the way that I did, if people are feeling the same energy that everybody in the theater did, it was a packed house, by the way. It was a lot of people. Basically, the entire theater was filled. They broke it up into 3 separate interviews, and then they showed us the 2 episodes. They showed us an interview with Tatsu and his editor, both the voice actors that voice act Okarun and Momo, and they also had an interview with the director for the anime. They were kind of like switched between all of them, talk about different aspects of the show. I would say the most memorable thing is Yoshinobu Tatsu is a very interesting guy. I knew that it was a thing that he didn't show his face, but every interview that he was in, they either had him completely shadowed, they had him where it was only his arms and his hands, or they had the little egg thing over his face, which is really, it was hilarious. It was great. They did a really great job of explaining how they went about even coming up with the manga in the first place, which was really cool. Really gave you a personal feel for the author and the editor, and how they came across creating something so great as DanDaDan. And it was truly a process. They went through, apparently Tatsu didn't even love anime at first or love manga, and he ended up trying out a couple of those. I think he did 3 different one-shots and they did well. So they were like, all right, so we're gonna have to incorporate my old ideas into a romance, and the labor of that love was DanDaDan, which was cool. I thought it was a nice little addition to the overall experience. Now let's get into the actual anime. So the first 2 episodes of the anime actually cover the first 4 chapters. They end right around the time that chapter 5 picks up. So I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody that haven't seen it, but if you have read the manga, then you should know what I'm talking about. All right. So in that time, they were able to, I don't even know how to put it, they were able to really capture everything that makes DanDaDan in that time frame, if that makes sense, right? So for one, the art direction was excellent. The voice acting was excellent. The animation, the choice of the visuals was just amazing. It was like watching a movie, truly, in the theater, right? There were a couple of standout moments. If you're afraid of spoilers at this point, I will go away from this video. Check out the anime when it comes out in October. When Momo activates her abilities for the first time, it was absolutely beautiful. I have to say that they did it so much justice. I didn't expect it to ever look like that, but she truly looked like she went Super Saiyan, like she was the most powerful being in existence, like she could do anything. It really, they conveyed that very well to everybody that was watching in the room. In addition to that, when Okarun actually first gets taken over and cursed by Turbo Granny, it looks frightening, right? Somebody in the theater jumped. when Turbo Granny first showed up and Okarun got taken over, somebody in the theater jumped for sure. I heard them yell. So it was very well done. Excellent job on that, I have to say. Without a doubt, they truly love the manga, and that was one of the big things that the interview from the director was saying, is that he really enjoyed it and he wanted to make sure that the little subtle things that people might not notice in the manga when they're just reading through what the author was trying to convey, he wanted to convey that through a visual medium like anime. So he did an excellent job with that. Moving on from that though, Okarun's actual transformation was also done extremely well. The voice that they chose, as well as the inflection at the end of his tone, him being so depressed, they did a great job with it. Every moment that we got to see Okarun transform was truly a great time to be in the theater. It only happened about 2 times, but awesome. We can't talk about DanDaDan without the most important thing. The dynamic between Okarun and Momo, absolutely amazing. They nailed it. They absolutely nailed it. It was like watching them, literally fall in love in the first couple episodes, and they don't know they're in love yet. But it was literally watching their banter, watching how they interacted with each other, watching how distraught Momo was when Okarun was nowhere to be found and she had just woken up in her bed, watching how distraught they were when Okarun was like, I gotta use the bathroom, and Momo was like, I can't figure out how to control his powers without looking at him, so I have to go watch him when he goes to the bathroom. All of that is so masterfully done that I think that anybody watches this will immediately just fall in love with these characters. They do a great job of really giving them life. They do an excellent job of just giving these characters their own breath, their own life. And that's all you can really ask for in anime. That's really all you can ask for. I think that this is a great anime to come out around Halloween. There are truly some terrifying scenes from it that you have to see for yourself to really know what I mean. But Tobo Granny is really nothing to be messed around with, and she lets you know. But last thing I want to say, last 2 things. First is the comedy. All right, the comedy aspect of this is there in full force. All right, every single gag hit, every single joke hits, every single thing that you would expect to hit from the manga is hitting properly. All right, it's important that the comedy hits so much because this isn't just an action or shonen, it's a rom-com, and the comedy is here in full force. I say that with everything I have. Truly, the relationship between Momo and Okarun is hilarious, and I think that anybody watching it can appreciate it. All right, that's anybody you bring to go see it, anybody you watch it with. I think that they'll fall in love with the characters, and they will fall in love with the comedy that they bring. All right, and the absolute last thing I have that I wanted to touch on was, I'm sure you guys have already seen the opening. I'm sure you've already seen, well, you actually haven't seen the ending. The opening was amazing. All right, I didn't do a review of it because I hate having to go through these hoops with YouTube in terms of what I can show and what I can't show. Can't have any snippets of the music. Sucks sometimes. But the ending was excellent. The ending was so good. At first I was like, did they make this just for this screening? And I'm like, oh no, this is the ending. The ending was absolutely great. Oh my goodness. You have to see it to actually know what I'm talking about. But the production value really is there. It's not like a throwaway. As much effort as they put into the intro and the intro song, they put the same amount of effort into the ending, and it shows. It shows truly through and through, without a doubt. So, with that being said, I can't wait for DanDaDan to drop on October 3rd of this year. I know that it's going to be a hit. I know you're going to like it, and I can't wait for you guys to experience it for the first time, because I'll tell you right now, my experience was excellent. All right, so catch you guys next time. If you like this video, leave a like, comment down below what you think is going to be anime of the year, because I'm rocking with DanDaDan. You feel me? Bigcap is on the DanDaDan hype train right now. You feel me? All right, and don't forget to subscribe, or Tobo Granny's coming for you. Peace.